Sorry. Just had to clear my throat because finally, after 1 whole year, the Big Gibber has come back to YouTube boxing. Sorry, I'm just excited. You guys know why I'm here. I know why you're here. Finally, I can say to you now, after a year in the making, this fight has been the one, and it's finally time. Gib versus Austin fight announcement. The breakdown. Let's go. Okay, I'm muting the music for the first part of this, and not even 30 seconds in, I want to pause it just to give you guys the visual. It's the 30th of July, Gib versus Austin McBroom at Crypto.com Arena, obviously promoted by Social Gloves, and Bash Boxing. Bash Boxing is a very small local promotion here in Los Angeles, ran by a guy named Steven Bash. He's been behind events such as LXF, Lights Out Extreme Fighting in Los Angeles. Austin going with Bash Boxing versus... He was trying to get a deal with Showtime. I know that to be fact, and they were just like, nah, we're not having that. Just some context behind everything. Sorry, let's get back to it. Hey, right hand over the top. Oh, I've been missing Big Gibber so much. I've been missing him in the freaking YouTube boxing scene. We get an overhand right, a sneak peek. Watch it come in like a bomb over the top. Boom. Sorry, sparring partner, you got a nice fade, but you caught another one for your troubles. Big Gibber is back. London, July of 2021.
Gib.
I think Gib's got a hard fight.
Gib has a hard fight.
Like, the guy is fighting actually knows how to fight, like box.
Taylor is annihilating AnEsonGib.
Do you really want to put your boy in there against Taylor Holder? Taylor Holder's good, all right? I don't think Gib's going to win that fight.
It doesn't matter. Even if you get in the gym, you're going to get dropped. It doesn't even matter.
Taylor's going to surprise everybody that night, and he's going to go down as the best fighter of the night.
He definitely did surprise everyone, but not for that reason.
This dude is nasty. He's vicious. He's mean.
When he goes up against Taylor Holder, Gib is gonna lose, all right? You wanna get mad at me? You wanna get upset with me and say, no, you're wrong, Gib would deserve. No, Gib is going to lose.
Watching some of that back after the fact, and to be fair, I was one of the people that said Gib was going to lose that fight versus Taylor. I picked Taylor Holder to win. I did say that fight would be closer and Gib wasn't gonna be run over by Taylor Holder. In fact, it turned out to be the opposite. Gib ran him over, steamrolled him, but I definitely wasn't doing that type of stuff. And watching Fousey and Keem talk about how Gib's career was gonna be over after he got in there with Taylor it's crazy. It's wild to watch, and it does give you perspective. Gib is no fucking joke here.
But little did I know, at this moment right here, when victory was at my fingertips.
Look at Fousey. Did Fousey get the score and then make that face?
This moment right here, when victory was...
He's like, hold on, what? What did you just tell me? The score is what?
At my fingertips.
He looks right at Gib like, oh no. Oh, I don't want to read this. I mean, everyone knew.
Scores put the bout in favor of a majority draw.
Look at the ref.
The biggest robbery in boxing.
Okay, in November.
Now the question is, how did my opponent pull this off? Did he have connections with Social Gloves? And how did they have connections with the ISKA Commission?
It just sounds funny. The ISKA, the ISKA, International Sport Karate Association. That was the sanctioning body for Social Gloves. If you didn't already know how fucking moronic it was that this event was put together in the way it was, the Amateur Sport Karate Association not only sanctioned this, but also provided the judgment, even though these fights weren't supposed to be judged. It was very odd.
We know there's boxing connections run deep, as he was coached by Canelo Alvarez.
Like that.
1-0 Gib.
Now, I don't think Taylor was actually coached by Canelo, but he was in camp with Eddie Reynoso and those guys. Ryan Garcia's dad was the one that cornered Taylor Holder. He was with a decent team.
Social Glove staff members bet money against.
For Gibber now, and it clearly is not over, but it looks like I'm going to be dishing out 10 grand.
So who is behind Social Gloves?
So Social Gloves, the named CEO is Austin McBroom.
So it was all Austin McBroom.
They robbed me in away soil, probably because it's friends with the main event.
I mean, listen, there are things that went down with this whole card that were flat out shady. From the weight differences to this decision to guys not getting paid and then all of a sudden outside of court settling to get paid. Austin definitely had some ulterior motives with how he ran his event. I just still don't know if they tried to set Gib up. It was a very odd situation. And this is why I'm worried about Gib in this fight, because anytime Austin McScam sucks is in charge of anything, you can't trust anything.
That's corruption.
Oh boy, Nico.
What?
No.
Oh, he didn't put mine in there, bro. I was in there. What? That is one of the worst judging decisions I think maybe I've ever seen, bro. I was in there yelling for Gib being robbed. Damn it.
Big Gibber, I know what happened in your last fight. You got cheated. I thought you won. You thought you won. But now you can redeem yourself. I know you fighting against Austin. Good luck. Go out there and do what you got to do. It's going to be a good fight. I'm going to be watching. But good luck once again. You're hearing it from the one and only. Floyd make that money, Mayweather.
I don't know how he pulled that off. I know it's a joke that Floyd Mayweather can't read, but I know he does cameos like this. I don't know if Gib paid for a cameo or what happened here or how this came about, but this man got Floyd Mayweather on camera saying they robbed him. Fucking legend.
You're hearing it from the one and only. Floyd make that money, Mayweather.
I have no clue what that tiny man was talking about, because if he had an ounce of...
This fool Gib said, I have no clue what that tiny man was talking about.
Because if he had an ounce of boxing knowledge, he'd know Big Gibber redemption in Miami.
Oh, Big Gibber tossing the rag. Dude has got the fucking suspenders on with the khakis, got the royal blue looking out the window of, I think, the UAE skyline. Sheesh.
So it was you,
Remember this?
McBroom, who finessed me of my moment in the ring. And for that, lad, you gotta pay. And you gotta pay with these. They're gonna be dancing on your forehead.
Yeah. Gib's the most charismatic YouTuber on the platform, at least one of them. He's just oozing charisma when he does stuff. They're gonna be dancing on your forehead. He is so entertaining.
Venues, dates, location were all set in place. But the moment he heard that it was in the UK, panic began to set in.
So that's interesting. This was supposed to have originally been in the UK, and I wonder if originally this was supposed to be on KSI's card. I don't know if Gib would want to fight as a co-main again. I would have to think, because of the timeline, like August is when KSI's fighting, they're fighting at the end of July. Everything would have seemed to have lined up, but obviously Austin, being the control freak that he is, had to have things his way or the highway, and we already saw the numbers he was asking for a Gib fight, the 2-3 mil. No one was willing to pay that in the UK, so I guess he found some money mark to come do it in the US. I don't know. That plus the fact that Austin was settling lawsuits out of court left and fucking right, that makes more sense as to why it took as long as it did.
It's quite...
Here we go. Present day.
1 year since I last entered the ring. 171 days of negotiations. But I can finally say that you are staring at main event Gibber.
Let's go. Let's go.
Organizers on their own events. And when you face a man like that, you defo can't leave it to the judges. Make sure to buy your tickets, because a Gibbo Masterclass is coming. See you soon, McBroom.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So let's just go over everything. This video was super well made from Gib. Obviously, you know, he's coming for his revenge in this Austin fight because he did get screwed out of a rightful victory, even though they righted the wrong later on. It's like a news site publishing a false story and then having everyone believe that story to be true. And then a couple weeks later, when we find out it wasn't, they post a little retraction at the bottom line that no one ever reads or cares about. And we didn't catch this in the video, but online, Gib tweeted that this will be a pro fight. That means we're probably talking 10-ounce gloves and 3-minute rounds. Now, I don't know if that'll be 4, 6, or 8. I think Gib would like to go 8. I think Austin would like to go 4, so we're probably getting that middle spot at 6. But I do think if he can avoid damage, a longer fight does favor Gib. But all in all, I'm just excited for this event. I'm excited for Gib to get his revenge. Hopefully, Austin has learned his lesson from the multiple lawsuits from scamming fighters to announcers to investors to performers. I think everybody's in agreement with the fact that we criticize Austin's business tactics to swindle people into an event that he was never going to pay them the full amount he said he was going to pay them. But no one's ever said because Austin's a businessman that he's not a decent boxer. I want to see the growth of Austin McBroom, not necessarily as a person. I don't really give a anymore, but as a boxer, he is a fairly athletic guy. He has picked this sport up, I would say, as quick or quicker than most people in this YouTube boxing scene, and he's explosive. He has natural ability. All those things help him along, and Gib is a steamroller. He's going to put his head in your chest. He is going to walk forward, throw bombs to your body, then work upstairs. all 4, 6, or 8 rounds in 10-ounce gloves, he's gonna be a fucking problem to deal with as well. I'm pumped, man. Make sure you guys are subscribed here at the W.A.D.E Concept for all types of coverage for this event and all of them coming up this summer. But that's all I got. I'm gonna leave you guys with one question. Early predictions, who wins this fight? Does Gib get his revenge, or does Austin McBroom and the evil empire of social gloves continue to win out despite all the bullshit they do? I don't have those answers, but July 30th, pro fight in Los Angeles. Guess we'll find out.